hata nikiwa mbali, upo karibu nami.
Maisha hutushughulisha na vitu tofauti na hutupeleka sehemu mbali mbali. Lakini hata tukiwa mbali, bado tunaunganishwa kwa salamu za ujumbe, tabasamu za kuperuzi, vicheko vya miamala na hata machozi, yote kupitia mtandao mmoja. Kwenye kila nyakati, tupo nawe tena na tena. Zaidi ya Watanzania milioni 60 wanaunganishwa na mtandao Super. Tupo nawe tena na tena.
Kwenye miamala,
Vodacom, pamoja tunaweza.
This is TVC News, our top story. Sorrow engulfs Ruvuma as Jenista Mhagama is laid to rest. To global corruption body.
We can come together, have a frank discussion on exactly what to do as countries, as United Nations in the fight against corruption.
Good evening. I am Teddy Mparinyanga. You can also follow us live via YouTube channel TBC Online, and also get all the latest news through our Instagram, Facebook, and X pages at TBC Online. The Vice President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Ambassador Dr. Emmanuel Nchimbi, says the government and Chama cha Mapinduzi will continue to honor the contribution of the late Jenista Mhagama by continuing to defend the well-being of all people, regardless of their classes, calling on all government leaders to ensure prosperity of the most vulnerable, making it their primary concern. The Vice President made the remarks while leading mourners at the funeral of the former member of the Parliament for Peramiho constituency, the late Jenista Mhagama, which was held in Rwanda Village, Mbinga District, Ruvuma region today.
Jenista alikuwa mtumishi wa kweli wa watu wake.
Jenista was a true servant of her people, and we have always believed that being a leader means being a servant to others. Leadership is not about being oppressive. A leader should be servant to fellow citizens. If you do not have the heart to serve others, then you do not have calling to leadership. That is why we emphasize to leaders that they should love their people above everything else. Be ready to serve at all times. Always stand for their development and their success. Let your people see you as the defender at all times, and that is exactly Jenista Mhagama was.
Furthermore, the Vice President has conveyed the condolences from the President of the United Republic of Tanzania, Dr. Samia Suluhu Hassan, to the family and the people of Ruvuma following the loss of Jenista Mhagama, insisting that President Dr. Samia has been deeply touched by the loss due to the contribution that the late Jenista Mhagama has made during her lifetime. May her soul continue to rest in peace. The world's largest anti-corruption conference has elected ambassador and permanent representative of the United Republic of Tanzania to the United Nations, Vienna, Austria, Naimi Aziz, as the Vice President of Conference of States Parties to the United Nations Convention Against Corruption for the period 2025 to 2027. The election took place during the opening of the 11th General Assembly of Conference of States Parties in Doha, Qatar. Ambassador Naim Aziz has been assigned the task of assisting the president of the conference, Hamad bin Nasser Al Misnad, who is also the president of the Regulatory Transparency and Accountability Authority of Qatar. Speaking exclusively to TBC News, after being elected, Ambassador Naimi said for the fight to succeed, concerted effort is needed, insisting that the convention has become an imperative tool to the battle against corruption, which is now linked to organized crimes.
This is an important meeting. We meet every 2 years, as I said. The last meeting was held in Atlanta, Georgia, in the U.S. in 2023. And it's a meeting that brings together countries that are states parties to the Convention on the fight against corruption. It has managed to bring countries together to discuss the implementation of the convention since the previous meeting, what countries are doing in their respective countries in terms of implementing the convention, and what are the challenges that other countries are facing. So we can come together, have a frank discussion on exactly what to do as countries, as United Nations in the fight against corruption. As you know, corruption it's not something that can be handled by one country. So it's concerted efforts is needed by the international communities to work together and to make sure that this evil vice, which is more sometimes connected, not sometimes, it is connected to organized crime sometimes. We are able to fight together to ensure that it's eradicated in our countries, as well as in the broader prospect of the United Nations as well. So it's a very important meeting, and we have so far 192 countries to have just joined the convention, and we're getting stronger. And because the countries that have not joined are seeing the importance of being inside this family of the COSM, so that we know that fighting this evil vice together is a sure way to win the battle against corruption.
Jakaya Kikwete Kadayak Institute, JKCI, has unveiled a strategic plan to boost medical tourism, incorporating cutting-edge technology into its services to attract both local and international patients. These services are planned to officially start on January 1st, 2026, after entering into a partnership agreement with the Arusha Lutheran Medical Center in Arusha. Speaking to journalists in Arusha, JKCI Executive Director Dr. Peter Kisenge says the institute has entered into a partnership agreement with the hospital for an initial plan of 20 years to serve all those who need the service through 5 branches opened in various regions.
All services that will be offered here, including those that were previously available, will now be managed by the Jakaya Kikwete Cardiac Institute. This hospital will operate as an international facility equipped with advanced high-end technology. We will install special monitoring systems that will allow us to continue observing patients at their homes for 7 days after they are discharged. Patients will be provided with special monitoring devices that will enable continuous follow-up. The management of the Cardiac Institute will officially take over operations here starting January 1st, 2026, and the hospital will operate under JKCI. I would like to confirm that the church has entered into a 20-year agreement to work with JKCI, which is a government institution. We are confident that this cooperation will continue successful even beyond the 20 years period.
The Africa Healthy Award calls on the government to strengthen healthcare services in rural areas by increasing the number of doctors and medical specialists in the regional and district hospitals. Speaking in Dar es Salaam during the Africa Healthy Awards ceremony, the platform's Chief Director General Dr. Abdallah Mshana says improving rural healthcare is critical to ensuring equal access to quality medical services for all citizens, underscoring that the awards aim to promote excellence and healthy competition among healthcare providers across the country.
These awards follow clear criteria and transparent evaluation process to ensure fairness, credibility, and relevance to national and international health practice. Ladies and gentlemen, to all our award recipients, we commend your commitment, resilience, and service. Your work demonstrates strong leadership, operational excellence, innovation, and sustained commitment to quality healthcare in Africa.
Meanwhile, Dr. Patrick Shayo, an emergency and trauma specialist from Muhimbili National Hospital urges the government to invest in public education on emergency health conditions to help communities respond effectively before reaching hospitals. Some winners say that the awards motivate them to provide even better services.
We conducted various trainings, first at level of service providers working in hospitals, and we have also been providing training to the community in different groups in order to give them an understanding of what they can do for a person who has experienced a medical emergency.
This conference intends to bring together the scientific community in the field of emergency medicine within the African continent as well as international partners.
And today we are delighted and privileged to be here, and we are proving that we are the best IVF center in the country.
We would like to work with herbs and natural medicines alongside the hospitals as a complementary form of medicine in addition to medical treatments that people are receiving at the hospitals as well.
A total of 20 awards were presented during the event, including Best Hospital, Best IVF Services, and Best Herbal Services. In today's We Are Tanzania segment, we take a look at how Tanzania has been in the fight for economic liberation through both internal and external efforts since independence. Let's join my colleague Faithan Gaga, who takes us through triumphs and fight.
Utanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
Tanzania is a land of immense promise. From the rolling plains of the Serengeti to the bustling streets of Dar es Salaam, it is a country that once led the way in Africa's fight for political freedom. Yet today, a new struggle unfolds. Quieter, but no less urgent. The fight for economic freedom. Here in Tanzania, countless hands toil each day. Farmers work the land from dawn to dusk, hoping that their harvests will not only feed their families, but also sustain a nation. Small business owners craft, trade, and innovate. Tanzanians are refusing to wait for solutions from outside. They are building cooperatives, starting businesses, and connecting with the regional markets. Every innovation, every step toward local production is a step toward reclaiming control over their resources, their industries, and their future. Economic freedom is not easy. Infrastructural gaps, global pressures, and inequality weigh heavily. Yet, it is here, in the heart of everyday struggle, that the story of a nation's resilience is written. Tanzania's journey reminds us that true freedom is more than independence on a map. It is the power to shape your own destiny. This is Tanzania, a nation still striving, still dreaming, still building the foundation for an economic liberation that will not only transform its people, but inspire a continent. Faithan Gaga, TBC News.
Utanzania wangu ni muungano wetu na tofauti zetu zisibadilike tu.
Internal Auditor General Benjamin Magai urges government internal auditors to reassess impacts of environmental changes when conducting audits on environmental, social, and governance issues, as well as value for money audits of development projects, so as to enhance efficiency and sustainable outcomes of development projects nationwide while reducing the pace of environmental degradation. He made the call while opening up capacity building training for heads of internal audit units and chief internal auditors from about 90 ministries, regional secretariats, local government authorities, and various government institutions. Training that has focused on key areas of environmental, social, and governance auditing and value for money audits and development projects, and was held in Morogoro Municipality.
As auditors, our main focus is on identifying risk in these areas, particularly issues related to the environment and climate change, which have become both national and global priorities. Therefore, it is also our responsibility as auditors to assess potential impacts arising from such occurrences, including environmental degradation and climate change. We strongly emphasize that auditors must put in place mechanisms to respond effectively to climate change whenever it occurs.
On his part, the chairperson of the training, Jackson Kingumwile, thanks the Ministry of Finance for organizing the training, noting that it will help to accelerate environmental conservation efforts while supporting the government's objectives and the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals for 2030.
I believe this will add significant value to ongoing projects in the country, as auditors will have been equipped with the necessary knowledge and the professionalism to ensure that projects under implementation and review are carried out in a manner that does not harm the environment or natural vegetation.
The training is expected to serve as a catalyst for positive change in the internal auditing profession by strengthening auditors' capacity to critically assess environmental, social, and governance issues in the implementation of development projects. Data is increasingly described as the fuel of global economy, driving innovation, jobs, and economic growth across the world. However, despite the rapid growth of the digital economy, many developing countries, including Tanzania, have yet to unlock the monetary value of data fully. Experts highlight how data can become a powerful tool for development, especially for young people. Our reporter, Esther Dels, has more.
In today's digital era, data is more than just information. It is an economic asset. From social media platforms to mobile money services, data is collected, analyzed, and transformed into profit, powering some of the world's largest economies. Yet in Tanzania, experts say the potential of data-driven economic growth remain largely underutilized.
So we are using data, probably not in the extent that we should be able to use it to transform our economy, but to use data as consumers, and that is a problem. So in Tanzania, normally, in developing economies, normally we should use data to develop the economy further, in the sense that bring new businesses, bring new enterprises into play, but we normally use data here as consumers, and we should use data as service providers, start startups, start new businesses, start new opportunities for our youth, and that is the direction that we should go.
Students believe data presents enormous opportunities for young people, particularly in employment and entrepreneurship.
For people to be able to understand what data is and use it for our own benefits. For example, if you do a lot of researchers can help discover a lot of opportunities, a lot of risk, a lot of information, which will help the society in many different ways.
So data is actually very important in tech, especially in tech, or it's very important at making decisions. There are different ways we can utilize data in order to make upcoming or future decisions.
As we can see, the world is running so fast in technology. So, like, for example, most of us youth, like, we wanna reach to some point, like, we get jobs, we get good places, we get nice places. So we can collect data for improving us in a different sector.
However, alongside these opportunities comes some serious risks. Dr. Moses warns that excessive data sharing on digital platforms can expose users' privacy violations, data misuse, and exploitation.
And by sharing our consent to utilize these services, we are automatically sharing the consent to someone who is using us, I could say, quote unquote, using us as a product to use the information that we share online. So we can't avoid completely using or sharing our information online, or people using our information that we share online for their benefit. The issue is whether the information we share, we know that we share them and we consent to sharing them.
As the global economy becomes increasingly data-driven, Tanzania's ability to harness, protect, and monetize data could define its future growth, placing young people at the center of this digital transformation. Esther Deus, TBC News.
The University has today held its annual academic prizes awarding ceremony for the 2024-2025 academic year, honoring exceptional achievements in the School of Architecture. The highly anticipated event brings together students, faculty, staff, alumni, and distinguished guests to celebrate outstanding academic performance, creative design excellence, and contributions to the architectural community. This year's ceremony was held at the university, recognizing a cohort of talented architecture students whose dedication and innovation set new benchmarks in design studios, research, and academic scholarship.
About 150 students who have performed better than the rest in several categories, in different programs, and in different fields. The category we use is only one. Perform the best in whatever category, and this is for the university. But also, as you have seen, we have some other stakeholders from the industry who also contribute into awarding our students. 60% were females.
The role of National Housing, as you know, that is a firm which is actually mandated with the construction of houses for the citizen. And at the university, academic portfolios actually relate with national housing activities. So we have been participating in many years, awarding students with high performance in various areas of excellency, academic excellency, which relate with the National Housing Corporation activities. Taking into consideration that by nurturing these kind of performances, actually we are building a spirit of students to work hard.
Work hard, to devote your time so as to perform the requirements that have been given by instructors and lecturers, so as to achieve our goals. Yes. The most important thing is to work hard.
A range of awards were presented across multiple categories, reflecting both academic rigor and design ingenuity. Before we wind up our local news tonight, let us now have a look at today's exchange rate. Exchange rates according to the Bank of Tanzania, BOT. Don't miss TBC News every weekday to know all the latest in exchange rates. Sports news up next. In sports news, Japanese baseball and softball coordinator Shinya Tomonari says he has been impressed with high playing standard displayed by women softball players during the final match of baseball and softball national tournament between Dodoma and Dar es Salaam held in Dar es Salaam. Tomonari believes that if women are given a chance to participate in different games, they are well committed and they can be good ambassadors to develop the game in the country.
Try continue to play baseball and softball. They learn a lot, and they will change the society to make the society with the discipline, respect, and justice. They learn those values through playing baseball and softball. Baseball and softball is a very good sport for nurturing young generation. So I do my best to support the development of softball and baseball in this country.
Dodoma softball women team crushed out Dar es Salaam in final entertainment match of the softball national tournament played in Azania baseball and softball ground and lift out the 2025 National Softball Trophy. That is sports news, and now before we conclude the news bulletin for tonight, let's take a look at the weather forecast for the next 24 hours.
A warm welcome to you and thank you for joining us. This is 24 hours weather forecast from Tanzania Meteorological Authority, starting from tonight 9 p.m. For tonight, over Kagera, Geita, western parts of the country, southwestern highland and southern region, we expect part cloud condition, thunder showers over few areas. While for the entire coast, we expect part cloud condition, rain showers over few areas. The remaining parts of the country is expected to be dry. For tomorrow, we expect wind to flow at the speed of 20 kilometers per hour over Lake Victoria, Lake Tanganyika, Lake Lukwa, and Lake Nyasa. The state of the lake is expected to be slight, while the state of the sea is expected to be slight to moderate. And maximum temperature for tomorrow is expected to reach 33 degrees of centigrade over Kilimanjaro region. Rainfall models are portraying chance of rainfall over most parts of the country. And this comes with an advisory of severe weather, of which Tanzania Meteorological Authority has issued an advisory of short period of heavy rains over some few areas of Kigoma, Katavi, Rukwa, Songwe, and Mbeya region. So necessary measures and precautions should be taken. And now let us see of the weather details. Over western parts of the country, Rukwa, Lindi, and Mtwara region, we expect cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas and sun intervals. For Ruvuma, Songwe, Mbeya, Iringa, Njombe, central parts of the country, Lake Victoria Basin, and northern coast, we expect part cloud condition, thunder showers over a few areas and sun periods. And for northeastern highlands, we expect part cloud condition, rain showers over a few areas and sun periods. And now let us take a look at the next 4 days of the forecast. For Dar es Salaam, we expect thunder showers and rain showers. Dodoma, we expect thunder showers and rain showers. From Mbeya, we expect thunder showers. For Mwanza, we expect thunder showers. For Kilimanjaro, we expect thunder showers and light rain on 21st of December. For Morogoro, we expect thunder showers and rain showers. For Arusha, we expect thunder showers and light rain on 21st of December. And that's all for today. Make sure to catch up again tomorrow. From Tanzania Meteorological Authority, my name is Mariam Faris. Bye-bye.
And that marks the end of our news bulletin for tonight. Do not miss our next bulletin in Kiswahili at 11 p.m. On behalf of the whole team, I am Teddy Mparanyanga. Have a lovely, lovely night.